Hi, welcome back to part 2 of the EFM. We've took the pictures and now all we have to do is get the film out the back into the developing can and obviously develop. So it's auto rewind, so all the film's back into the canister. So just open the back, first take it out, and that's it. Put the camera away. Then what we need to do now is get this film onto a reel. I only need one reel, I've only got one film. So we need to get this onto there, but we have to do it in total darkness. So because it's a long time since I've done it, because it's a long time since I've done it, I've actually got an old piece of film which I can do and show you, and then I'll show you how to do it in the dark. These reels, you've got two, if you can see, two lugs there, so the film slides in and then basically you just twist it round. So you're going to cut this straight. This is an old film that's no good, but I do want to keep the canister. Try and cut it in between the perforations, so you don't need that. Some people don't take that off, I do. As long as you don't take too much. Then in total darkness you get your film into there and basically pull it out, thread it on, pull it out, thread it on, pull it out, thread it. So make sure that you don't get any kinks in the film, otherwise if the film's touching itself on the reel, then it won't, the development solution won't get to the film, and part of it won't be developed properly. And that's it. And now what you do, cut across. I always leave a little bit extra because I like to reuse the canisters, because I've got a bulk loader and a bulk loader film back onto the reel and reuse the reels. Now you have to do this in total darkness. Now once the film's on here, you put it onto the spiral, I don't know what it's called. You put it in there, and once you put the lid on, then that is total sealed. You can fetch that out and you can put the chemicals in and you can develop it in daylight then. So once it's in there, the film's safe. So now what we have to do is, I've got a dog bag, or a changing bag is what they refer to. I'm just going to break open this canister and take the film out. But again, it needs to be done in complete darkness. This is where the changing bag comes in. Now what I'm going to need, you have to load the changing bag. I don't need that in there, don't need that. Obviously I'm going to need the film. You need that, you need the lid, the reel and the centrepiece, and all this has to be done just by feel. So there we are. Make sure it's in the right place. I'm going to use a tin opener, or rather a bottle opener, just to get that off. Get rid of the old film. Make sure everything's in. Zip it up. Fasten it. And that is completely light sealed. So there's a double sleeve very tight. You have to get your arms in and make sure you can get all the way up. I'll take my glasses off because obviously I don't need them. It's very tight and that's light sealed, so now you've got to find the film. I forgot to put the scissors in. Put the scissors in. Should really make a checklist, because once you open the canister you can't open this bag without removing the film. Right, we've got the canister. Just make sure it's all on. Get the centre column. Put it in. Put it in there. Get the lid. Put the lid on. And that's it. The film is now loaded into the developing tank. And it can come out now into the light. The film is now in there and that is completely, totally light tight. So now all we've got to do is add the chemicals with the agitator. Put that in. The lid, everything else can be disposed of. And that's basically it. We'll take this now and we'll mix some chemicals and I'll show you how I develop the film. Okay. Right, we've got everything ready. Got the developer and a syringe to make it easy to get out of the bottle to put into the solution. We only use a small amount. Rubbish up there. Obviously we've got the film, which we've put into the light tight developing tank. I use an app which is Massive Developer. You put in your developer, you put in your film stock, the speed you've shot the film at. You can tell it how much liquid you need, which I need, says on the bottom of the developing tank how much you need for each different film. And for 35mm film we need 290 millilitres. So I'll put in 350 to make sure there's plenty. So 350 we need 343 millilitres of water. I'll put 300 in and I'll do the 40 off this one. It hasn't got the markers, it's only got like hundreds on there. It's exactly 340. Now I'm doing the temperature, I need the temperature to be 20. Once it's 20 we can go, which isn't actually hard because the temperature in the house is more or less 20. So that just needs cooling down slightly. Once it's at 20 it should stay more or less at 20 because the temperature in this house is, like I say, 40 degrees. So. Stand it in the water so it goes down a couple of degrees. Only needs to go down like 2 degrees, which won't take long. Go back to my chart. And with that we need 10 millilitres of fluid. Take that out. Should really mix it with a mixing stick, a proper mixing stick, but I haven't got one, so I'll just use the end of that. That is like 21 degrees, so I just need it to go down 1 more degree and then we can start. Don't know if you can actually see that, but this is what it gives you. The development time 15 minutes, stop bath 1 minute, the fixer 5 minutes, and the clear water 2 minutes, and the final wash 10.5 minutes. And it's basically a timer, so it saves you having a time. So I'll put that there. I feel I've got my lid, don't need that yet, it's rubbish. And that is 20 degrees. Now if I start this as I'm pouring in, you agitate it with the agitator just back and forward for the first minute. And like I say, because the room is at 20 degrees, the chemicals won't drop any lower than 20 degrees in this room. And that's the first bit done. You can put the lid on now. You bang it onto the counter just to dislodge any air bubbles that have stuck to the film, so obviously that will make a spot on your negative. And there we wait. I've got a bucket to put all the waste chemicals in. Now when it gets to a minute, you have to agitate it only for 5 seconds, and that'll do. Tap it on the bottom. It was actually 10 seconds. I got it wrong last time. And while we're doing this, we can mix the stock bath. First of all, you need to rinse this out. Should really have separate jugs, but obviously to stock bath, any developer left in there would obviously stop with the stock bath. So I want 380 380 Now what I need, well, this to 380 millilitres of water, if I can get the top off this. I need 20 millilitres. Don't forget, it makes a sound, so there's no forgetting to agitate the film. I need 20 millilitres of fluid, which is up to there. Do it over the bucket in case I spill any. And that is 20 millilitres of fluid. And this is the start bath, and what this does, it stops the film from developing anymore. If you don't stop the film developing, then obviously it'll just basically go all black in the end. The temperature hopefully is 20, that is just below 20. I'm going to drop this cold water out, I'll put some hot tea in, raise the temperature. We've got 6 minutes. Nice having a tail down, you can dry your hands. Altogether it takes 15 minutes to develop, so that's in a few minutes more to swap things around. So altogether you're talking 20, 30, 33 minutes. The important one is the developer with temperature and time. The rest, the stop bath and the fixer and the final wash, is a bit more lenient should you make a few mistakes or the temperature's not quite right. Take that out now. Have it ready. We can now take off the lid, get ready to pour it out on the last couple of seconds. Drop the temperature a bit slightly. In the last couple of seconds, what I'll do is I'll pour this out. And stop pouring it out. And pour in the stop bath. Get the agitator, and you do this for 1 minute. Pour that out, and all that's done is stop the chemicals from developing the film too much. So now what we need is 400 a little bit. 400 and it will be 10. Actually it'll be 40. Then we add the fixer, and what this does, it fixes the film, the picture to the film. And you do this for 5 minutes. Oh, I forgot to agitate it. Again, for the first minute you agitate it like this, and then you put the lid back on, and then you'd agitate it by turning it every minute, and this takes 5 minutes. You can be as precise as you want. Black and white film is quite forgiving, really, when you're developing it. You don't have to be spot on every time, but every time you should get decent results. As you can see, I'm not spot on. I do it my own way, to my own little thing. I get constant results, what I used to when I used to do it before. Obviously I haven't done it for a while. I fill the jug full of just cold water. Take the lid off, ready to pour out. This is just plain water, nothing added. And all I'm going to do is agitate it. This is just washing all the chemicals off the film, and this is the first wash. You do this initial wash just for 2 minutes. I don't take the lid, you can take the lid off now, but take the film out now, but I don't. I wait till the 2 minutes is up. Into the sink. Basically all I'm doing is running cold water, just slowly, fill it up first. You don't need it running very fast. That's plenty. Basically you leave it like that for 10 minutes. And while that's doing, you can sort out all your own stuff. Now we put the timers on, switch the tap off, empty the water, put enough water in just to cover the film. And then what we do next is just a wetting agent, and all this does is stop the streaks. You only need a little bit. It stops the streaks when it dries, so it dries without any streaks. Basically like putting vinegar in your water when you clean your windows. Just agitate it. Just 30 seconds, that's all it takes. Just make sure that the wetting liquid gets to it all. Empty it all out, I'll put it in the bucket. Pull the reel apart, and basically, I don't know if you can actually see that, we have quite a few pictures. So what I do now is you squeegee it, all the way through, one nice clean stroke around the bucket, upside down, again. Then we need to find somewhere to hang the pictures. You need to leave them to dry for approximately 2 hours, and then once they're dry, I'll get the scanner working and we'll scan them into the computer and we'll see what we've got.